I love me some Angela. I knew at a very young age that was like my favorite actress, my favorite black one. And then Taraji P. Henson came along as well. I had to add her to the list. But I love me some Angela. Y'all know my favorite white actress, Sandra Bullock. That is my boo. I don't know why. I don't know. I think it was Miss Congeniality that really like roped me the hell in. Oh, it was the Jacksons. See, I knew y'all would get me. That's it. I don't want you. 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 Yes, but doesn't it sound like it's fitting for Wayne to exhale right before she blew his stuff up? It's given she probably said it to him too before she found her. Stella got her groove and went over there and burnt that man up. Girl, I was here for that. When she was in there yanking that motherfucking stuff out, baby. She was cutting up. I was like, "Ooh, where do you go mentally, Angela? Where do you go?" Because isn't Angela from Florida? I thought she was from Florida. And then as she got older, she ended up getting a scholarship, I believe, to go to Yale University to study theater or something like that. So I wonder what type of technique does she study and where do you go mentally to pull this out? You feel what I'm saying? But girl, yes. Okay, I'm not the only person that likes some Sandra. Yes. Um, and what's the other lady that I really like? I believe it's Ashley Judd. I keep wanting to say her name different, but she plays in one of my favorite movies. And cause she played, do y'all remember this Novely? Nova, I think it's what Novely America or something like that. Home is where the heart is. I think her character was her name Novely and she named her daughter something. It's Ashley Judd. Ooh, Ashley Judd, baby. It's giving down bad. Ashley, I would have never. Ashley. Girl, I feel like the girl that was on that couples divorce court that was like, that's me. When I looked at these pictures, it's what the Ashley, did you get work on your face, my baby? Let me not, because as you get older, everybody has their own health complications that they go through. And sometimes it's not because a person is white that they have bad skin. It's not just because of that a person may have bad skin or look much older than what they are. It very well could be tied to health complications. She was such a gorgeous, beautiful woman when she was younger. That lady was, and you know what's crazy? I feel like Hollywood used to go crazy about, and we're going to get back to what we're talking about. We're going to come back to Portia now. But I feel like Hollywood used to be so crazy about the blonde-headed women. Whereas the brunettes used to come through and slay this mother, and used to be some of the most gorgeous women. Like Julia Roberts is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Sandra Bullock, beautiful. Ashley Judd, like, listen, y'all was missing out. If y'all was over there fucking with the blondes, like y'all should have tapped in over here. But what's going on? See, I feel like this is edited. Y'all didn't have to do her like this. I feel like they put a filter on this lady. Why y'all had did Ashley like that? That neck needed work, but what was going on? She looks better here. She looks better here. When was this taken? In 2023. This is a better image. Now, I don't know if she has tried to get any face work or anything done since then. But yeah. She looks better here. Y'all playing on Ashley Top for real, for real. Didn't their mom pass away? Did their mom pass away by, the S word? Or was that something else? Or was that somebody else? Let me see. Naomi Judd. Okay, yeah, she passed away a few years ago, but what was the yes, she did. And that I couldn't take. And I'm still having a hard time believing that that happened. 76 years old. And you know what's so sad? I can't take it. It's the fact that they said she had long been struggling with depression accompanied by anxiety, panic attacks, and ideation for years. And that's really sad because what kept you around with you dealing with that for so long? And I would want to believe that it could have been her children because she's 76 years old. Like, that's a lot of life. And maybe she felt that she lived enough of it and I can go now. My kids will be okay. I don't know what she was thinking, but I do wonder how long would she really have lived if, she didn't make this decision for herself. But 76 is still kind of like a tad bit young, but not really, depending on your bones and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because some 76-year-olds still be out here getting it, and go. Getting it, and go. Some of them say, and I hope that I'm one of them people. Okay, but it just really depends, and some of them are not. They barely getting it and barely going, you know. So I don't know if she could have also had been diagnosed with something and didn't want to bear the struggle of it and said, this won't take me out. If anything takes me out, it'll be because I said so. And that is just so devastating to know that. And how do you tell that to your kids? You know what I'm saying? And what does that say to your children that grandma did this at this age? It's sad. And it makes me feel even bad for older people and kind of like getting older. I don't know what my life is going to be like as I get older, praying that I get that old, but also fearing of getting that old as well, because as you get older, you lose people. You know what I'm saying? And if you already don't have a big family, and I feel like a lot of people aren't creating big families anymore. Back then, girl, y'all probably got about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 aunties and uncles, baby. Right now, it's probably giving every bit of 2, maybe none. Maybe daddy had a few outside kids, 1 or 2 on, but y'all ain't really close like that. So when you get older, one would hope that your child has grandkids to at least keep you entertained, to have a little piece of company or something. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to take care of you and then be like, just call me, check on me, see how I'm doing. I want to talk. What about your friends that could have passed away before you or on their way out? Like, I just feel like it just gets extremely lonely as you get older. Her situation, of course, I'm sure for a lot of people is different because they were likely financially well off. But what about the people that aren't? And sometimes even if you are well off, that don't mean nothing, because you still could lose people and still have a life that's a bit lonely. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's sad. And then I just don't trust in all nursing homes, y'all. I really don't, because of the different stories we hear. And then I can imagine the stories that we don't hear. You know what I'm saying? People pay too much money for and have worked so hard all of their life and saved up too much of retirement or whatever the case is to take care of them in their older days, for them to be disrespected and mistreated. Yeah, we see some of these funny videos where y'all be over there, dancing and moving and making them happy and stuff like that. But what about the shit that we don't see? And some of y'all older folks do make it unbearable, because I'll never forget, I saw a black girl doing stuff for this old white lady, and the white lady spit on her. She was saying different stuff to her and she was spitting on her. And I wanted the black lady to cuss her the hell out, not harm her, but cuss her out. At least. But, that lady got her own stuff she going through with dementia and this and that. It is what it is. I just probably get removed from her home. Like, I can't continue to be there for her. She does make it very difficult for me to do my job, which she did. The girl was trying to wash dishes and stuff, and the white lady kept bothering her and wouldn't let her do it, and then spit on her and stuff. And the crazy, because the old lady was barely getting around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you seem like you got to move around with assistance, like you got to hold on to the counter or whatever the case is, and you sitting over here being the way that you are. Like, girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess, So yeah, y'all, we kind of went down a little road talking about getting older and, life and what that would be like and what that would look like for some people. And that's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. But, back to Miss Judd and her mom. Her mom decided to get the hell up out of here, get out of Dodge. And who the hell am I? Who the hell am I? I kind of liked how, although I'm not, I'll leave that for people. I was going to say I'm not in support of that, but I don't want to say that I am or not. That's a person's decision. That's their life. They lived it. If that's what y'all want to do. Again, who the hell am I? But I do like the way that Regina King labeled it when her son decided to take his, basically honoring like that was his choice. And he pretty much has every right to make that decision. I know a lot of people are going to go back and say the Bible said this and the Bible said that when it comes to this and when it comes to that. I hear y'all. But at the end of the day, regardless of what the Bible says, those people have to be held accountable for whatever they chose. Okay? And that's what they chose. And they'll be judged for it later. And I don't got a whole lot to say, when it comes to that. So, and it's crazy because it could hit anybody. It could just hit anybody. Some of the happiest people in the world. I know when Robin Williams did it, I was shooketh. Because when it came to the white ones, he was my fave. Okay? He was the most entertaining who I enjoyed to watch. So I was shook. I was like, no, y'all lying. I really felt like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, girl, it's getting heavy on the conspiracy. Because I just refuse to believe a person that's always happy because they're making us happy. We often assume that they're happy because they're making us happy. That's not necessarily the case. We don't know what those people battle mentally. And sometimes they are just, I want to say trying to, thriving, making other people laugh is a great escape for them. So it could have been a situation, like that. And I just was like, that shit still don't sit well with me. I'd be like, dang, what would he be doing? Where would he be right now if that would have never happened? Like, what was going on? Like, you couldn't talk to nobody. And you know what's crazy? A lot of people be like, y'all should have talked to somebody. But even when people talk to folks, when they have so much going on in their heads, they still, oftentimes they feel misunderstood. They feel like people don't get it, when they try to express themselves and stuff. So, I understand that. So they probably also shut down. Like when I used to go through my quiet phases, like, with my ex-friend that I stopped being cool with, I would go through my quiet phases and they would take it as though it's about them. Like whenever I would like not really answer the phone or get in my mood or whatever like that because of depression, or I'm just like low vibe. And I kind of stopped saying depression. I would just say I'm low vibrational. They literally called it weird. And made it seem as though it had something to do with them, like I just didn't want to talk to them. I really hope that that person has grown a lot since we have not been friends, because always know that everything ain't even about you. People be having battles or whatever they go through that they don't even speak with you about. And then a lot of times I think when your friends come to you about stuff, just be a bit delicate and gentle, because they probably aren't always open anyway. And some of the stuff that they may share with you, you may not deal with it. So to you, it might not seem like it's that big of a deal. But just be delicate with folks, But anywho, girl, I'm just over here running my mouth and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not me going through my own SHI. You think that it got something to do with you, bitch? Ain't nobody thinking about you, bitch. Ain't nobody, girl. Okay, I saw this video on TikTok that was so perfect one time. And the boy said something like, y'all are some of the worst friends or whatever, assuming basically that when a person retreats that it has something to do with you. And he was like, bitch, I'm over here trying to survive. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get these bills paid, this, that, and the other. Anybody think about you, bitch? Okay? I'm trying to get my life together. Period. But anywho, you know what I'm saying? And then people wonder why they friends retreat and don't really fuck with them on that level. After a while, you don't have, and it's okay if the friend doesn't have the tools, because everybody doesn't have the tools to handle whatever you're going through or whatever you're dealing with. But they are going to retreat when it comes to their business, because they can't share certain things with you, because when they do, you flip it and make it about whatever it is you choose to, or you may downplay it or whatever the case is. So anywho, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let you. I ain't here to judge y'all. I'm just here to just let's say my little piece to grow. Say my little let's say my little one too. And going on about my business, honey. So that's that. That's a whole nother segment within itself. Okay. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts about all of that. Older people making the choice to, take themselves out of here, and just getting older in age in general, and just the whole conversation about depression and the big S and stuff, and being delicate with your friends or not so delicate, because you do have those friends that complain about everything, child. Always make it seem like other folks is the problem or whatever, child. So, but I think that may be a different situation. But anywho, leave your thoughts about that, okay?